Tonight, we're going to tell you a story that still haunts the world. A story about a modern airplane filled with passengers that vanished without a trace. This is not fiction. This is real. And this is the mystery of Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370. On March 8, 2014, Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur at 12:41 a.m. It was heading to Beijing. There were 227 passengers and 12 crew members. Families said goodbye at the airport. No one imagined this would be the last time they would ever see them. And then the plane disappeared. ACT-1, the crew and passengers. Captain Zahari Ahmad Shah was a senior pilot with more than 18,000 flight hours. He was respected, experienced, and calm. First Officer Fariq Abdul Hamid was also trained and skilled. Both had flown many international flights. The aircraft was a Boeing 777, one of the safest planes in the world, a trusted machine. Passengers came from different countries. Some were business travelers, some were families going on vacation, some were returning home. Everyone thought this flight would be normal. No one expected the world would soon witness one of the biggest mysteries in aviation history. Act 2. Takeoff and the Last Contact. At 12:41 a.m., Flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. The flight was routine. Everything looked normal. Then at 1:19 a.m., the last voice contact happened. A flight controller asked, "Good night, Malaysian 370." And the pilot responded calmly. After that, silence. 2 minutes later, the aircraft disappeared from radar. At first, authorities assumed it was a simple technical issue, maybe a malfunction, maybe a temporary signal loss. But the reality was far more shocking. The plane continued to fly, but in a different direction. Act 3. The path change. Radar showed the plane changed its route. It turned west. This was not a small deviation. It was a deliberate change. Investigators believe the aircraft turned back and flew across the Malay Peninsula. It then headed over the Indian Ocean. Why would a plane change its path like this? The official explanation suggested a possible hijacking or pilot involvement, but no one knows for sure. ACT-4. The search operation. Search operations began immediately. Countries from around the world joined the effort. Ships searched the ocean. Planes scanned the skies. Satellites tried to find any sign. Over 46,000 square miles of ocean were searched, yet no wreckage was found. Every day the world waited. Every day the families waited. Act 5. The family's pain. The families were devastated. They had no bodies, no graves, no final answers. They could not perform funerals. They could not find closure. Every day they hoped for a miracle. Every day they got only more questions. Some families formed support groups. Some spoke publicly. Some stayed silent. But all of them shared the same pain. They asked the same question. What happened to our loved ones? X6. Theories over the years, many theories emerged. Some believed it was hijacking. Some believed the pilot deliberately changed the route. Some believed it was a mechanical failure. Others believed it was a secret military operation. Even now, there is no proof. And that is the reason the mystery remains. In a world where technology is advanced, where planes can be tracked with satellites, an airplane still vanished, without a trace, without a final answer. Malaysia Airlines Flight MH370 remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries of our time. 239 people vanished without a trace. And the world still doesn't know what happened. Was it an accident? Was it a crime? Or something beyond understanding? Maybe one day the truth will be revealed. But until then, The mystery continues. Thank you for watching Curio Dive. Subscribe for more true mysteries.